President-elect Donald Trump's vow to make America great again is built on signature proposals. They range from repealing executive orders to building a wall on the Mexican border. So you might be asking yourself, how much power does the US president actually have? The short answer is quite a lot. But in addition to the president's executive branch, the US Constitution also created two other branches of government. Here are some ways the legislative and judicial branches can directly check the powers of the president, who is elected every 4 years. The legislative branch means Congress, that is, the Senate and the House of Representatives. Its main job is to make laws. Congress has the power of the purse. It controls taxation and spending. So, for example, a large-scale infrastructure project, like building a wall on the border with Mexico, would have to be funded by Congress. Congress wields a lot of power over the president. It may remove a president through a process called impeachment. Only 2 US presidents have ever been impeached, Andrew Johnson and Bill Clinton, and both were acquitted. Congress alone has the power to declare war, but a president can still take significant military action without a formal declaration of war. The Senate also has to approve any treaties that the president makes with foreign countries, but there are loopholes. Last year's nuclear deal with Iran was technically a non-binding commitment. President Barack Obama used an executive order to ratify the Paris Agreement to curb climate warming emissions. There is also precedent for presidents unilaterally exiting treaties, like when President George W. Bush canceled an anti-ballistic missile pact with Russia. The Senate also has an advice and consent role. It needs to approve presidential nominees for cabinet posts, ambassadors, federal prosecutors, and marshals, as well as nominees to Supreme Court, the highest court in the land. The judicial branch of government is made up of the Supreme Court and subsidiary federal courts. The Supreme Court is the final interpreter of the Constitution and can declare laws unconstitutional. It has the power to overturn the president's executive orders. In the steel seizure case of 1952, President Harry Truman's executive order to co-opt private property was declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court and invalidated. President-elect Trump will soon be the leader of the world's only superpower, and while he will have a lot of discretionary power, most notably in foreign policy, the US government features a system of checks and balances that limits the actions of any single branch.